Hi, I'm Sarah. Things are going really well for me this past year. I just got a fantastic raise at work, and I was able to go to the Bahamas for a week. It was really great. It's been over a year now since I closed on my new home, and I love living there. I was curious, though, about the deal I got. I called my friend Christy because she's a mortgage interest specialist, and she helps people in some pretty unique ways. So I knew she'd be able to tell me if my deal was good. I was pretty sure that it was, but what she told me was rather disappointing, and quite honestly, a little disturbing. As it turns out, I'm actually paying way more to the bank in interest than I ever realized I was. I mean, I knew I had to pay interest, of course, but I just never realized how much the bank actually gets out of every mortgage payment. It was shocking. See, I have a 30-year mortgage for $380,000 at 3.5% interest. But the reality is that 3.5% interest, amortized over 30 years, is really costing me almost 62% of what I borrowed. Just look at the math. On a $380,000 loan, amortized over 30 years, I will actually pay the bank back the $380,000 that I borrowed, plus over $234,000 in interest. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't see how $234,000 is 3.5% of a $380,000 loan. You can clearly see that it's more than half. In fact, it's 61.656%. So the bank is going to charge me $234,000 to have the privilege of paying them back the $380,000 that I borrowed. Christy helped me to understand that when I send in my monthly mortgage payment, it gets divided into 3 accounts: escrow, interest, and principal. And a very small portion goes to principal every month, but that's the only portion of my mortgage payment that changes the total balance. And she also proved it to me. It was right there in my papers in the amortization schedule given to me by my lender. I suddenly felt pretty uncomfortable about my mortgage loan. But then, Christy told me about a mortgage payoff program that she uses to help her clients completely fix this problem. Christy is helping people pay off their mortgage in 1/2 to 1/3 the time. That means that even if you have a brand new 30-year mortgage, it can be paid off in 10 to 15 years. And she's helping her clients save thousands of dollars in interest that they can now keep instead of giving it to the bank. Christy offered to do a complimentary savings consultation for me. We just had to get together so that I could provide her with my personal numbers, like the details on my mortgage and my other debts, like my car, my student loans, and my credit cards. We also had to run through my budget so that she knows where my money goes every month. It was pretty painless. But then Christy showed me that I'm paying thousands of dollars in interest that I can keep too. Christy's going to help me keep 75% of that $234,000 that I'm paying in interest to the bank. So that's over $175,000 that I'll be able to keep in my own bank account rather than giving it to the mortgage company to pay their employees' commission. It's pretty crazy. I'm actually giving the bank $175,000 more than I have to. And the best part is I'll actually be 100% out of debt in 9.7 years instead of 29 years. And that's not just from the mortgage. She also added in my car loans, my student loans, and my credit card debt. So I'll be saving thousands more dollars in interest on those loans as well. But everything will be paid off in 9.7 years instead of 29 years. I'll be able to save thousands of dollars in interest and pay off my home in less than 1/2 the time, keeping my own hard-earned money in my checking account. And I'll be able to do all of that without refinancing or changing the terms on any of my loans, without earning any more money or having to rent out a room in my house, without changing my current budget in any way, and without having to cut back, allowing me to keep more of my money that I go to work and earn every day. I always thought I had to pay my mortgage the way the bank told me that I had to do it. I mean, I thought it was required of me. But as it turns out, it's actually not. There is another way. Listen, I'd much rather have everything paid off in under 10 years instead of 29 years. Wouldn't you? And I'd much rather keep $175,000 of my own money rather than giving it to the bank. And I'm sure you would too. Let's face it, we work hard for that money. And now, using Christy's system, I can. Using the simple mortgage interest savings program that she showed me, I'm going to be able to do all of this. If you want to learn how to pay off your mortgage in half the time and how to save thousands of dollars on mortgage interest, you can call Christy too. She can give you the same complimentary savings analysis that she did for me. It's not hard. She just needs to spend some time with you gathering some information. And then she'll be able to tell you exactly what day you'll be out of debt and exactly how much you could be saving. Just look in the description of this video for a link. Click that link and then just fill out that form. And then Christy will give you a call back within 24 hours. So go ahead now and click that link. You'll be very happy that you did.